Alright, what's up everybody? It's your boy Akeen and welcome to today's vlog. Continuing with all of my 2014 NFL Draft Top 5, today I need to talk about my top 5 inside linebackers. Now I think I have a decent group for you guys. Starting at number 5, I'm going to go with Lamin Barrow out of LSU. Now he had a good season past couple years. He actually had a good breakthrough season in 2012 with 104 tackles and 91 tackles this past season. Now after the depart of Kevin Minter, it was up to Barrow to lead that defense, and I think he did a decent job overall. I think he's a pretty good athlete, but he is a better athlete than a football player, meaning his mechanics is a little bit off. Sometimes he doesn't wrap up a lot, and oftentimes he does not wrap up in his tackling, which means he cannot do the same in the National Football League. These running backs and ball carriers will definitely elude away from him, as well as even slip off his tackling. He needs to improve in his technique in tackling. At number 4, I'm going to go with Stanford's Shane Scope. Now he had his presence felt a lot throughout this past couple of years in college football. He has a good physicality and a good demeanor, meaning he's a mean, nasty player. He's not nasty, but he's mean. He has a mean attitude and a mean streak, and that is what you're looking for at an inside linebacker position. Now he was only limited to playing the 3-4 scheme on defense, and that was due to the fact that he's a little bit slow. He runs a 5.13 40. He needs to increase that 40 time. He would definitely be within my top 3 inside linebackers had he had a fastest 40 time, but he just needs to increase that, and that's why he played the 3-4 defense, where he has 3 other linebackers surrounding him in that second level to help assist him, and that's part of the reason why he did so well in Stanford. That defense, they had a great defense overall. At number 3, I'm going to go with Chris Borland out of Wisconsin. Now this is a true leader. Past 3 seasons he had 100 plus tackles and a good workhorse and a very consistent player. Like I said, for past 3 seasons, over 100 tackles. Now he runs a 4.8 340, which is faster than Shane Scope, and he had 27 reps at 225-pound bench press at the draft combine. Now he's a hard-working player, and I do like him a lot. But one thing that is concerning a lot of people is his size. He's 5'11", a little diminutive, but I think because of his bulk, he weighs 246 pounds at 5'11", which is a good size as far as bulk range. Now he can't control his length and his height, but he is still a hard working course, and he definitely get in that backfield and wreak havoc in the line of scrimmage, and he would actually still go sideline to sideline collecting tackles. I still think he's a good athlete overall. At number 2, I'm going to go with a good physical player from Connecticut, Yamwin Smallwood. Now he has good size at 6'2", 246 pounds. He's a little lanky, but I think because of his size, he gives up some good physicality. Now he's actually he presents good toughness, and he has impressive fluidity, meaning he could change his slit hips, and he could actually use that fluidity, especially in coverage skills. He had 9 pass breakups this past season. I think he could be a good cover on linebacker as well as a good inside linebacker. Now one thing he does need to work on is that he often collects a lot of false steps, especially in play action plays where he will bid into play action. He needs to improve in his awareness and understanding, and have better instincts and understanding when to bid in for play, if it is a play fake or not. Need to have a better understanding at that. And at number 1, I'm gonna have to go with C.J. Mosley out of Alabama. This past season he was the Buckets Award winner, given to the nation's top linebacker. 88 tackles this past season. Great awareness and an outstanding football IQ, and that is the main reason why I have him at number 1. He has good football IQ, which even dates back to his high school days. He's very smart, which means it's going to be extremely difficult for him to make mental mistakes and for a team to beat him mentally. He has the mental thing all put together. You just got to beat him physically, and that is very hard at 6'2", 240 pounds. Good size at that linebacker position, and he definitely has excellent awareness, and he does well attacking the football. Now one thing he needs to work on, sometimes he's a little bit inconsistent in tackling, but I still think he's a great player overall. As far as tackling, he can get a little lazy and not wrap up and follow through his tackles, but still he usually throws his body at his targets, and he needs to be throwing, not only throwing the body, but wrapping up completely and just to follow through and finish the tackles. But he's still an outstanding player, and I think he will be the only inside linebacker picked within the first round of this year's draft. Now, I only have one sleeper for you guys this season. James Morris out of Iowa. I'm not going to give you any honorable mentions, but I'm going to give you a good sleeper. James Morris from Iowa. He was actually had over 100 tackles this past season, and Iowa has produced some good linebackers and Chad Greenway and even Pat Angerer. And I think that James Morris can get the same notoriety. He will probably be picked in the late rounds, but I still think he is a gem. He does run a 4.8 40. He can bench press 225 pounds 20 times at least. In my opinion, good, strong, and I think he's a little bit underrated, and that's why I have him as a sleeper this season. A lot of people's boards, he have him like in the later down in the boards at the inside linebacker position. I think that James Morris can do. He's a little bit better than what people believe and see in him. I think he could be another good linebacker, especially Mike linebacker coming out of Iowa University. He's a great player overall. Now, the next time I'm going to catch you guys is on Wednesday, where I will continue with all my top 5. I only have a couple of videos left for my top 5, and I'm going to give you my top 5 cornerbacks. Thank you for watching this blog from Pro Football Exclusive. I'm your man, Akeem McCall. Be easy.